Today I'm here in Adopt Me to show you guys how to get rich in this new update and how to get a bunch of acorns. I did some math, figured out how long it'll take to get to 50k, so you guys can know how long you're gonna have to grind and all the things you can do to grind. So the very first thing is tasks. Definitely do these tasks because you get 200 acorns per task. So it's actually really helpful to feed and take care of your pets. You'll get a lot of acorns from just taking care of your pets. Every day, definitely make sure to take care of your pets and complete all their needs. And one thing that I really recommend is getting a pet certificate, because if you have 2 pets, you will get twice the amount of acorns. Certificates last a full month too. They last 30 days. So this should last you all the way through summer, and you should be able to take out 2 pets at a time and get a lot more acorns. If you don't know how to get the certificate, you can either trade for it, you can also buy it too. There is a pet certificate you can get in the shop for 250, but honestly, I would recommend getting the Adopt Me Pet Plus. You also do get a pet certificate from this, along with bait and stickers, and it's pretty much the same price. I would definitely recommend getting Pet Plus over the pet certificate because it is worth it and you get more things with your Robux. So definitely recommend that over just buying it outright. But if you can't buy it and you don't have Robux, you can also trade for it. This is something that is going to be super useful. So I 1000% recommend getting the pet certificate, because if you do have the pet certificate, you get 2,535 acorns from just taking care of your pets every single day. Sometimes you get a little bit more, sometimes you get a little bit less, depending if it is a camping day or not. You do get a little more needs during camping days, but if you don't have the pet certificate, you will get 1,267, about that many acorns from taking care of your pet. So you can see there is quite a difference. So if you can get the pet certificate, it will definitely be very useful. Also, I noticed while I was grinding, I got the water balloon task, and when I threw water balloons at my ult account, I got some acorns for doing that. You only get 1 per acorn you pick up, but you still can get some acorns, and even after the task I was still able to continue to throw it at my ult account and make more acorns. So if you do have the time, maybe take an ult account, or if you're in a public server, try to hit someone with your water balloons so you can get some extra acorns. I don't know if this is going to be fixed, because I think you can just sit there and do this for a while, but yeah, that is something I did notice. Another thing that is super helpful that you should definitely do every single day is skydive. You can do this every single day, so when the day restarts again, go ahead and go back to this airship, go inside. You will also have a task in here in your alerts where you have to do a time trial, and if you talk to Randy over here by the wheel, you can do a time trial with him and you'll get some extras for doing that because it is a task. I already completed that, but let's go ahead and jump off and I'll show you guys how you can get all of these acorns. You want to aim for every single one of these hoops here. If you get through every single ring, you get more acorns. So don't go too low, because you can press this to kind of dive down. You want to do it during this one, but you don't want to dive down too far either. You want to be careful so you can hit every single one of these rings. The more you hit, the more acorns you are going to get. And then at the end here, when you get to the end where the ring is, I don't want to skydive too far down, so I can hit the middle of this target. If you hit the middle of the target, you get a little bit more acorns. So let's try and get right in the middle. There we go. And right here, I got some more acorns. I did let this build up yesterday. I got 2,922 acorns. And it looks like that time I got 2,964 acorns. So The more accurate you can get with this, the more acorns you are going to get. If you hit every single one of the rings and you try to make it right in the center, you'll get not too many more acorns, but a little bit more. So don't stress out about it too much. You don't get like a huge difference. And you can just let them sit there and build up if you want to. But I'm going to collect all of those good acorns. So that is another thing I definitely recommend doing, is doing the skydiving every single day. You can do this again the next day and get a lot more acorns. That is something you want to do every day because it will give you quite a few. Definitely recommend that, so definitely do that. And if you go to your task board here, you will see that you have quite a few tasks to do that will also give you acorns. So every single day you're going to get more tasks. There's 3 of them, so if you complete all 3 of those tasks, then you will get 900 acorns. That is a daily thing though, so I do have to wait until tomorrow to be able to do it again. So you do have to wait. That is the only downside, is you have to wait till the next day to get more acorns. But that is something that you can do every day to kind of boost it, maybe help get a little bit more, but I definitely recommend doing that. And on top of doing that, you will also get these carp baits as well, which will be very helpful for the fishing and stuff. Another thing you definitely want to do is vote, because if you vote for either Jesse or Daggy, you will get 3,000 acorns for completing that. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely make sure you do that to get that boost of acorns. And another thing you can do is get 1,000 acorns for completing. Okay, the server is closing for an update. Hopefully they don't patch the acorn water balloons. I guess we'll test it. But you can get that free bronze fishing rod if you go over here to the fishing shop and go inside. And once you get inside, you have to go over here and you should see it right here. My next one is going to be the silver rod, but with that one, it is completely free. You just have to pick it up and you get an extra 1,000 acorns if you just pick up the rod. So definitely do that as well. These are only things you can really do like once, but it's definitely worth doing to help boost your acorns a little bit. But every single day you can get 5,457 acorns if you are taking care of your pets and you are skydiving. If you don't have the certificate though, you will get less. You'll get 4,189 acorns. You get a little less from taking care of your pets since you only have one. So you can see there is quite a difference if you have a pet certificate or not. So I do recommend it if you can get it. But one other thing that I think is so useful that I do every single time is use an alt account. Alt accounts help so much. So in about an hour, you will get 32,742 acorns. It'll probably take an hour and a half to get 50,000. Without the pet certificate though, you will only get 25,134, so it will take much longer to get 50,000. But if you're using an alt account, you will get twice the amount. You can take care of your baby's pets. You can take care of your baby. You won't get any acorns for your main account, but your alt account will get acorns. And then you can use your alt account to buy the pets and trade to your main, or buy bait or whatever you want to trade it to your main account to get twice the amount of acorns. I use this for every single one of these events because it gets you so much more, and that's how I'm able to do such big shopping sprees for every single event. Using that alt account really does help. Whenever I go skydiving, I make my alt account go skydiving too to get some extra, and then I'm also taking care of my alt account's pets. My alt account also has a pet certificate, so my alt account will also get a bunch more of the acorns. But if you have a pet certificate on your main and then not one on your alt, you will still get a lot more, but I do recommend trying to get one for your main account. But the server reset. Let's see if this still works. We don't even have the water balloon task. Let's grab water balloons and throw them straight. Oh, it still does work. See, if you pick them up, you get at least 1 acorn for each. But you could probably sit here and do this for hours. I mean, it is much more worth it to take care of the pets because you do get a lot more to take care of your pets. But if you have some extra time waiting for some tasks, maybe take your alt account over here, throw the acorns at it, and pick up all of these acorns just to get some extras. I mean, it's not much, but it does add up after a while. I feel like that is such a hack though. And kind of funny just to sit there and harass your alt account with water balloons. But you'll get a lot more acorns if you do that as well. I'm glad they didn't patch that. That is so, so helpful. Anyways, guys, that is how you can get rich. With these next coming updates, there's going to be 4 weeks of this event, and they're going to add more and more things, like this area is coming in 12 days. They could add more things to do to get more acorns. They could add mini games like they usually do to get more acorns. In the beginning, it might be a little slow, but with time, just like the Sugarfest event, you will get more and more acorns as the weeks go past. I definitely recommend using this time though, just to kind of chill, get some acorns, and still use this time to get some so you can start saving up for the upcoming pets and the pets that you want. If you guys have any tips, leave them down below in the comments. I'm going to be doing a grinding video on Tuesday, so if you want to see a little bit more of like my routine and some of the things I do to get more acorns, I would recommend watching that. And then as the weeks go past and more things are added, I will definitely do one of like how to get like 6 million to do a big shopping spree like I usually do. But we gotta wait for more things to be added so I can really do a video about that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!